'cause you never know who'll be stopping by to say hello. Out here it's real life, no fuss, no show. With Highland cattle and piggies on the go. We got meat, birds, fur babies too. Gardens growing fresh, right in view. I'm thinking up love and all that I do, and helping the small folks to see them through. Welcome to the Proms, where the fun's running wild, with the homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Proms. We're waiting just for you. Out in the yard, where the chickens roam, we're building a life that feels like home. From the veggies we grow to the soil we turn, it's a simple life and so much to learn. I'm baking bread, smell the warm, sweet air. Piggies squealing, love's everywhere. We lend a hand to channels that care, because lifting each other is what we share. Welcome to the Proms, where the fun's running wild, with the homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Proms. We're waiting just for you. So come on and join, let's build it together through thick and thin in any weather. We're all in this, let's make it better at the Proms. It's a life to treasure. Welcome to the Proms, where the fun's running wild, with a homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Proms. We're waiting just for you. Yeah, at the Proms, we're waiting just for you. Welcome.
Hey. Hopefully everybody's been doing their procrastinating. I know the chicken has. Oh. I got my phone going here to make sure we're all tippity top, and we're going squatching in Oregon today. There we go. Got that turned off now. I don't need that. So who we got? We got Wendy blew in here way before everybody else. Like she passed Joe, fix it for you, like he was stopped. We got Miss Rebecca, Conquest Josh, he's in the house. And we've got Lee, Fisherman 506. G'day, Lee. I hear you guys got some snow last night. We got it 2 nights ago. And it's been quite the adventure. What was it? Today's Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Tuesday, we were supposed to get like 6 inches. We got 1. 2 nights ago, we were supposed to get 1 inch. We got 6. So, yeah. Last night, we got nothing. Or at least I don't think we got anything last night. Doesn't look like it anyways. So, we'll... I keep pressing the wrong buttons here. We've got Miss Karma. Hopefully you and Logan are doing marvelous. Still have my prayers that, everything is going tickety-boo and just a click clacking along the tracks, and what a blessing. So Kevin from Tuber Chat got me this for my birthday, Niagara Falls. And I tell you what, I made my coffee probably an hour ago. There's still steam coming out of it. It's a good tumbler. And then I've got my tumblers that I'm making now. Yep. And I gotta say, it's not good for hot stuff. It's good for water. Like I don't know. I put water in it a while ago, and it's still cold. So gotta love it. Gotta love it. And Lee, I've been keeping Carolyn in my thoughts, and hopefully she's doing okay. And if anything ever changes, or you guys decide that what we talked about, let me know. That Jesse and I can go ahead and start planning, because it is coming fast, guys. It is like, it seems like it was only a pipe dream. And what are we? We're going into the second month, so we're 7 months away from 7 months, I guess, from the trip. It's like, oh my God, where did the time go? So it should be an absolute blast. I can't wait. Hank, don't even think about it. Who else we got here? We got Coffee walks in. Whatever. Hey guys, how are yous? And you can start sending all this snow and whatever south, and we don't want it to the east anymore. So you guys, normally we get what you guys have 2 to 3 days after you have it. So if you want to keep sending that down to the south, I'm okay with it. Joking all aside, we need as much snow as we can, or rain, or something. If not, we're going to be yes, Jerry, 86 days, and it has to be paid. Or you have to make arrangements. I think it was my last Friday. Peter has been able to, NCL has partnered up with 2 different people. And I believe both are offering 0% financing right now. So if you want to go on the trip and just don't have, now, guys, it's on approved credit. And trust me, they looked at, a whole lot of people, that's where they trip and stumbles on the approved credit. Because it is a lot of money that you're, but I forget how long, again, there's the better your credit, the longer you can extend your payments to make them smaller and smaller and smaller. So if you think that that's something that can benefit you, I'm just saying you better be calling Peter, because I was talking to him the other day about some stuff that's, I'm just making sure all the duckies are in a row. And there's no more handicap balconies. There is no solo rooms whatsoever. They sold out. A lot of our people did have them booked, but they gave them up. And as quick as they were given up, because they joined with others and either got interiors or whatever, all I can say is it's going to be a blast. And again, it is Jesse and I's vacation as well. We're just planning getting everybody there. We will guide you through what needs to be done, certain timelines, and it's not like we understand. Not everybody's got a bill full of wall or a bill full of money. So we will give you at least a couple months. The only thing you should be doing right now is getting your passport. Some people say, oh, you don't need your passport. Hey, chill out, dude. Hank's all out of sorts because we're dog sitting. So we have a doodle, purebred doodle. And he's not liking it. He lets Bella go around the kids. But even Kyle, he's not really into sharing either me or Kyle. And last night, whenever Bella came, he laid across my lap and just watched her. It's like, you can go ahead, do whatever you want with the girls, but you stay away from my dad. And this morning, Debbie took him out, fed him breakfast or whatever, and put him back in our room. Well, he could hear Bella eating her breakfast and whatever out here. Well, he got up on top of me and glared at our bedroom door. It's like, oh, you better not come through that door or I'm taking you out at the door. It's actually quite funny. Hey, Tony and Cynthia, and of course, Jerry. We've already said hello. And sup, Gary. Appreciate the braid, brother. Truly do. We're just having a nice, relaxing, Oh, here. Let me take you for a walk. We got big snowflakes right now. Not horrible, but this is what we got for snow. This is what we got for snow. What's happening out here right now, guys? So we might have a foot out there now, 10 inches, foot. But big old wet snowflakes coming down there today. I don't think it's going to accumulate to a whole lot, to tell you the truth. It's not supposed to. But everything that it said that it was supposed to do hasn't done. It hasn't done what it was supposed to do. So, get everything all back in here, and let's see here. I don't want to miss. Oh, and we got Des. Hey, Des. What? Are you still freezing down in Florida? I don't think you got any snow. But I tell you what, I'm starting getting a little anxiety. You guys are burning my oranges in California, and you're freezing them in Florida. I like my orange juice. So I'm going to have to call Beltloop and get him to start doing an investigation as to why my orange juice is going to start costing me an arm. I lift up a leg, but I'd probably fall off my chair. But yeah. So again, like Jerry said, we have 86 days till final payment day. That's either making arrangements with Peter. Peter's number scrolling along the bottom. He is pretty good. I'm waiting to see if Johnny or Christine come in. He called me. I think he said they were the only two that were outstanding that he had to call back. So I got it. My hat's off. He seems to be. Hey, Bella girl. Hey, babe. She's not really a man's dog. She'll let me pet her. But like Hank coming up on my lap and no. She likes her ladies. And let's see here. Other than that, actually it just, oh wow. Since I showed you, I can barely see those trees out there. I don't know. We weren't supposed to get any accumulating. It's even saying that we're to. So it's 12 degrees out right now. Tonight's supposed to go to -7 Fahrenheit. But I got to say, we're right in the middle of a snow squall. They're now calling a blizzard. I haven't figured that one out yet. Why would you ever, a blizzard's a blizzard. Snow squall is a snow squall. And this is simply a snow squall. But, like we were only supposed to be 30% to get any type of snow today. And it's already started to, you guys saw it. And then Sunday and Monday, we're supposed to get snow again next Thursday. But thank God it's starting to warm up. It's been such a weird winter. It was, hey, Bella girl. It was, we didn't get snow till darn near, a couple weeks before Christmas. It really didn't even get cold enough. And now it's been like 22 has been one of the warmest days. The odd time we had 1 week there where it was right up at 32, 45 to 32. But now we're going right back down into the, I don't even know what, I'm so used to the speaking the Fahrenheit lingo, yeah, it's minus 11 right now. But it's supposed to be 25, 25 below. I can't say anything. It's my cake being made. And I love you all, but cake, there's some sacrifices in life you just gotta do. And cake is one of them. The way I look at it is it only happens once a year. But that's why I had a big family. So I get cake 5 times a year. What do you think, Bella Bella? Nah, I don't. Yeah, she ain't gonna let me pick her up. There ain't no way in that. And it is official, Josh. If you want to start get in contact with me, the conference slash homesteaders conference demonstrations, and I've also partnered with the hunting and fishing show. I guess I shouldn't have said that word. I might get. So I'm going down a rabbit's hole here, guys. If you people follow me on Facebook, you would see that I posted something Sunday, Monday about veterans. I got a community strike because I discussed veterans. Facebook's just making me do it. I'm this close to saying, you, Facebook, and I'll just use Messenger. But seriously, and it was like a nice little thing about veterans and whatever. And I don't know. I said something about thank you for your service, blah blah blah. I even forget what I put. It was that insignificant. But yeah, I got a full out community strike. If I get one more, they're deleting my account. I said to somebody yesterday, I'm like, let them do it. But I just, you know, but yet Facebook and their companies are making money off the back of the veterans, selling hats and whatever. And if you trace back, they all have something to do with Zuckerberg or whatever the heck his name is. So it's okay for him to make money off the back of our veterans, but don't thank them for it. It's like, dude, you wouldn't have Facebook if it wasn't for our veterans. You know, we wouldn't be sitting here today conversing, fellowshipping, because of, without my great uncle going to war, Second World War, you know, and all our veterans, and I can go on and on and on, and we have veterans, thank you all that are in here that are veterans. It's without your sacrifices that we can carry on life as, we can carry the life that we want to. And it just, yeah. So if you see me go off of Facebook, you know I was a bad boy. I may just play with them now. Because anybody that, anyways, I think everybody knows my thoughts on that whole situation, but just, but I couldn't believe it. A hard strike. Because I said, thank you. And, who are you going to complain to? An AI bot? Because that's who he's got running his company. He takes the money, and the AI does all the work. Same as Johnny whenever his lovely wife, he got the hard strike because Christine was driving the tractor and she's underage. Well, she's my age. She don't look my age, but she's my age. And they won't take he got them to agree that yes, okay, that's your wife. She's, a grandma. She's not a minor. And anyways, this whole AI is going to be the end. I'm sorry. Apologize to people that love AI. I do not. I think it's going to be the end of us, this AI. And I get laughed at whenever I say it, but, those are just two things that have happened to folks in our community in the last little bit. So, it's unfortunate when computers can be programmed to be smarter than humans. That's scary. That is scary. Because there was, what are you looking for, hon? No, those are just give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry, guys. Couldn't find one of the beaters to mix the cake, so I may have to just mute here in a second. Hey, Miss Anne, how are you? Hopefully you've warmed up and you're not living in an igloo yet. But let me know if you need a dog sled team. I will send one down. I will hook them up with a GPS and now she's just playing with me. What, Bella? Who are you barking at? Nobody's here, baby. Oh, she does not like that, bro. Oh, yeah. She's going to go look out the front window. Um, uh, just going down a rabbit hole, Miss Ann. I got a hard strike on Facebook because I thanked veterans. And then we were talking about, Christine getting a minor charge and Johnny getting a hard strike on YouTube. And, and then we went down the rabbit hole of the whole AI and the detriment that is going to be to society when a computer is smarter than a human. And yeah, but we're going to jump off of that. And other than that, if you're just coming in, Miss Ann, my new tumblers. Save a turtle. Get a stainless steel straw. And then I got this for my birthday from Tuber Chat, Kevin, and his lovely other half. And one of my children are making me a cake for my birthday yesterday. So yeah. So that's why I pop out mute every now and again. She's just mixing. But other than that, it has been I just the whole conference. Let me know, guys, if I'm going to try to talk over it. If it gets to be too much, let me know. Or if it's too loud. Absolutely, Josh. But thank you, Miss Ann. We thanks, Josh, for sharing out the links. And okay, Tony, thank you. Don't forget, guys, www.endalehomestead.com. Go get yourself some homemade remedy stuff. And while you're there, get yourself an Uncle Wayne's crooked spoon, too. Limited quantities, guys. This is it. That's all. Miss Ann. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to save that for the casino on the boat. So if I win really big, we'll party hard. Be in bed by 7:30. Thank you, Miss Ann. You did not need to do that. Thank you. It's very nice. Yes, absolutely, Wendy. AI is terrifying. And is it the um, lack of knowledge? Is it, is it maybe a good thing that, oh, I gotta see if I can get this before she moves. Hang on. So this is dog sitting right now. And she doesn't really like men, but I got myself a foot warmer. She doesn't really she really doesn't like men for some, well, yeah, men aren't her favorite, but that's cute. Brooke, look behind you. Oh, she is, and believe it or not, she's only, oh no, thank you, babe. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my goodness. Is that homemade?
Mm-hmm.
Homemade buttercream. Mm-hmm. I'll put it on my plate. She gave it to me and then she's trying to take it away. Mm-mm. Yeah, she's a good cook. Good baker. But tell you the truth, so is Debbie. If she wants to. She just gets bored. So
Bella, come here.
what are you doing?
I said, Bella, come here.
I don't know, Bookie. Are you going to run that other thing? I'm looking for the other thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Bookie. I'm trying to deal with some horrible. Oh. The worst thing you can do, Josh, is let the pain get ahead of you. Because normally, if back pain gets ahead of you, you can't sleep. Well, if you don't sleep, you can't function. And it's just, yeah, it's just one of those great big snowballs rolling downhill. So stay on top of the pain. That's the one thing I can, you know, been there, done it, got the t-shirt. Got the several operations. Yeah, it sucks. I'm was already supposed to be in and have my they're going to shoot my back again. It was supposed to be last month. They had to put it off. Then it was supposed to be the 10th. Then the doctor had some kind of course, or he also teaches at the university in Kingston. And he had something at the university, so I had to put it off. Now it's the end of February before I'm going to see him. And it's like, I just, you know, the injections, honestly, think about it, Josh. If, you know, if it's not just like a pulled muscle and you've lifted something too heavy, if this is chronic, give the injections a try. I know it scares the ever living out of you, and I was terrified. I skipped out of the hospital. I was a little old man walking into the hospital. I skipped out of the hospital. So, and now I don't know, you know, I think you have insurance down there. But I wouldn't even know how much it would cost. Obviously, it's free here. But it shouldn't be that expensive. It's 3 or 4 different things that they inject: a steroid, a pain, some kind of pain stuff they put into it. I forget the 4 different things that go into the injection, and it's all done under X-ray. It's all done under fluoro, whatever. It's all done under X-ray, so that they know within, I forget, 0.0000 of an inch. Like it's awesome. Yeah, physio. What?
Bella's food. It's allergy safe. Like, it's not gonna
Oh.
happen, but
Actually, if you give them 2 of his piggies, even getting a little bit of that should go right through them.
where are you?
He's trying to get to his treats. Ooh, onion starts.
Ear infections too.
I don't think I hate to see the girls waste any money sending me stuff. As much as I want to be part, I don't want to waste any of the girls' money because I necessarily don't know if I will. Who am I kidding? I'll probably be in every collab there is, but that's if they allow me to pay for it myself, because I don't want them to pay for it. And when I'm supposed to be harvesting and getting ready to process and do my spaghetti sauces and whatever else, I'm pretty much going to be gone for 6 weeks. I'll be home a week, a couple days here and there, but I have conferences, cruises. Get down, mister. Hank. Get down, dude. So yeah, but onions. I'm gonna try the seeds from the place where the girls are getting their stuff from. I'm also an affiliate there, and I'm gonna see if they will send me up a display and Yeah, for our conference, May the 10th. It's going to be amazing. We have a beekeeper coming. We have a butcher. Also does it all on the homestead, but is a licensed government inspected butcher. He's going to go through what you can legally do, what you can't legally do. Don't get caught doing this; they'll take your house away. Like there's a whole bunch of different stuff, and obviously there's different things here than there would be down south. Hey, Nora, what's going on? Yes, Rainbow Seeds. Sorry, I yeah, I'm an affiliate through them, and I'm going to shoot them a message, and hopefully they will. I don't like this seeds that we can buy around here. I don't. Number one, the growth rate isn't the best. And the other large one is from out west. Just actually could even be the same province. And I think it may be Manitoba. Anyways, they have a different grow zone than us. So, they don't, like Rainbow Seeds has stuff listed under grow zones, do this, do that. And the other ones, they would not even send me a pack of seeds to give away for, I was going to do a collaboration last year, like before the girls even, I knew the girls were doing something. I was planning something. And I wanted them to be the main, not interested. We sell enough seeds. We don't need affiliates. We don't need this. We don't need you. And that was the last thing of seeds I've ever purchased from them. So, Broom 10, I believe. BRUM 10. I'd have to look it up, Miss Ann, but I'll send it to you. I will start putting it in all my stuff, and I get a very minimal amount of money, but what I do is just I get it and give it away. Again, I'm one of them giver-divers. I have a very hard time accepting. I would rather give than accept. But it is what it is. Yeah, I believe it's, well, I got it right here. But actually, let me, if anybody would like to come up and chit chat for a little while, we're not going to be on for a whole lot longer, but we'll be on for a little bit. There's the link. Oh, wow. There's a high school student, Rochelle Brampton Gardner, just sent me a link. A high school student wins a science fair and proves Native American recipe kills cancer cells in vitro. This kid's going places. Wow, I'm going to have to read up on this young lady. Wow, she's and it doesn't look like she'd be a grade 12 student either. She's one smart. Can't see you, Wendy. Got to be able to see you. There you go. Now you can, if you want, you can stay up or you can go back under your thing. But as long as I get to, you're good? Okay. Hey. What is going on?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to chop up the cauliflower.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What, are you just doing cauliflower? Do you bread it? What do you do with that?
Okay, there's several things I do, but I'm going to try something I haven't tried in several years is cauliflower pizza crust.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't do gluten and stuff, so I have to kind of make accommodations, but if you've ever had the cauliflower pizza crust, it's actually really good.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Even gluten-free people eat it.
Yeah, well, I've heard of it. I've never tried it because I'm a thick crust, you know.
Right? I used to be.
I do like my pizza crust, but my pizza crust. And you know, if the kids had a choice, they want mine.
Exactly.
Well, because you know what's in it.
Exactly.
You know, like my pizza crust, there's like 3 ingredients.
Nice.
And it's all organic, and you know, it's Karma's saying cauliflower crust is yummy. I've had it once. There you go.
You've got to try it. Yeah.
That I just and so do you incorporate the cauliflower as flour? Like, is that how you? Hey, Jin.
Okay. So, from my understanding,
Yep.
is you take the cauliflower and steam it, so it's nice and. Then you take it in like a nut bag or like a muslin cloth, like your jelly cloths that you let your jelly strain through.
Yeah, cheese, like a cheese cloth, or yeah.
Yeah, and you squeeze all the moisture out till it's dry, and then you put it in a big bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You can add your spices, other gluten-free type flours that's like a real minimal, or other vegetables. It's just there's options and they're unlimited. So you can play.
And that's like my pizza crust. I put basil. I put I put fresh garlic.
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't say it because I have 2 out of the 3 sitting right here, and they're gonna go, "You put what?"
Yeah, right. Oh, we're not eating it now, but we've ate it all this time. Not now.
They'll eat it.
Right. I go down that hole. My kids grew up with the garden, so they ate the vegetables out of the garden. They never were those kids that didn't like vegetables, so. And they love.
Well, yeah. You see, one out of the 2 would rather from the store, and Debbie prefers eggs from the store. I just don't get it.
I don't either. Hun, let's talk.
I've never, farm fresh eggs is where it's at. It's actually got taste.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, I had a friend get 4 dozen eggs from me yesterday. She gave me $10 a dozen for eggs.
Oh my God.
Oh, well, just wait. It gets better. Eggs in the store that aren't farm raised are that much. So she's like, last time she got them, she gave me $8 a dozen and she got 8 dozen. This time she said, I'll just take 4, but I'll give you $10 a dozen. Well, she didn't even tell me. She just gave it to me. And I was like blown away. But then I got all these messages all day yesterday that eggs are like sold out in the stores and that the prices have gone through the roof. And I'm like, really? Even my mom sent me a text message about the eggs.
See, and I don't get it because we have so many, we don't have a shortage. And I think the last time we normally buy, like Debbie and they'll buy like an 18 pack of eggs.
Right.
And it's about
Right.
4, 5, maybe $6 at the very most. And like
Yeah.
farm fresh eggs, you get for $3 a dozen here.
Well, that's
And
what
that's the average.
Yeah, it used to be that. That's what I used to pay one of my friends for the last several years. But then when the egg prices went up, my mom goes, Wendy, get chicken.
Yeah.
Not paying that for eggs. And I said, well, talk to Tom because he said he wasn't doing a bunch of farm animals. And so he kept saying no. And she said, Tom. And he couldn't say no to my mama. So I got my chickens. So now if I want something, I'm like, Mom.
Well, and you know what? It all that it means is that you can, instead of like breaking even, you might actually make $1 or $2 a dozen, and it pays, it pays a lot of the food costs. And now our chickens over at the farm, they prefer to go forage than, yes, they like their protein, the easy stuff that they just stick their head in and
Chow down.
chomp away. Yeah, chomp away. But Angie said $7.50 a dozen a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's gone up since then, according to my friends. Now I can't verify that at the store, but it's been probably, I went Sunday.
Okay.
And for medium eggs at Winco was $25 for I guess the box. I don't know how many's in there. I just saw the price and I went,
I think, aren't they about 5, 6 dozen in the box?
something like that. But it was $25. And I said, ouch. Thank God.
Karma just said she just bought 18 cage-free brown eggs, and it was $7.24 at Walmart.
Wow. Well, and the Brahms here, I heard, went up to $10 a dozen. And then, so a lot of people in this chat probably know about Brahms.
Yeah. Oh, I've been there.
You've been to Brahms?
Oh yeah. I used to truck down through the states, and yeah, the only 2 states that I've never been in is New Mexico and California.
Okay. Well, the Brahms Dairy is in Tuttle, Oklahoma, which isn't maybe an hour and a half, maybe an hour from here.
Okay.
Depending on the traffic and all, but it's huge. And then who else was it? I'm trying to think. My mind went blank. Somebody else was telling me that the eggs. Oh, yesterday another friend called and said that Natural Grocers was out, Sprouts was out of eggs, and then they were showing pictures. Nobody has eggs at the stores. But they're saying that they're culling all these chickens because of this bird flu. So I know.
See, we don't have that issue because our girls are during the winter. They're in the barn.
Yeah.
So there's no outside contamination. So they're fine.
Well,
And
according to a friend, the way I feed the chickens, I don't feed them chicken feed. Like I
okay,
go and I get them some Milo and some black oil sunflower seeds. And then I
you
found, huh?
you mix your own.
I make my own. And then I cook them lentils, green split peas, rice, and then I cook them some oatmeal every morning and I put cinnamon in it. No, I'm serious. They get a big thing of oatmeal and they just eat. But it makes them happy. And according to my friends, that the holistic stuff, if you feed
Yeah.
your things like thyme, oregano, your fresh herbs and stuff, which I have in the greenhouse right now, that
Yep.
it keeps getting sick. That's all I do. I don't give them anything else. And the eggs are so good. I have a waiting list for them.
So Glenda has a she's starting to do all that stuff now, and she has it where you actually put it around your chicken coop. There's no more smells. There's
Yeah,
like it's just a different way of raising chickens.
I love it. Yeah, I think it's
So
the best. Like here, I can't really free range them because we got too many big predators.
yeah.
So they've got a pretty good size run, and I'm able to feed them fresh herbs out of the greenhouse right now. However, I want to plant a bunch around the coop
Mhm.
and definitely keep the smell down. But I'm pretty persnickety that I heard that if you keep your coop clean and you constantly are cleaning, you will not have any issues whatsoever.
So Glenda's like the chicken mama from
True.
oh yeah, like
Yeah.
she's deep dove in, and she uses thyme, and uh actually Ginger's the same. I
She
think
does
they've talked.
nesting box herbs too. Ginger
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
think
healthy.
that's where Glenda originally had heard about all that, was through
Mhm.
Ginger. But
Yeah.
again, that's what I love about this community.
I
Like,
know.
it's not like who can be one up on everybody. It's like everybody helps everybody for everybody to succeed.
It's a awesome community. I
Yeah.
wanted off YouTube for a while, but I'm staying on because of the friendships and the
Yeah.
collaborations. And I can't, like, everybody's like, why do you stay on that horrible platform? And I'm like, because of the friends. That's the only reason. I mean,
Absolutely.
that's it. I made
Yeah.
the best friends, and most of us, we talk on the phone. Like, I got on Ginger's live stream
Mhm.
and all excited, and then Shannon sent me a message, I can talk now, and I went, okay. Well, I hadn't got to talk to her in several months now, so I jumped on and we started talking, and I had a good conversation with her, and so I had it running, but I missed a lot of the live stream.
Mhm.
But there's also friendships that we're planning on meeting, and a bunch of us are planning on meeting, and you can't beat that.
Well, whenever I was at my conference last week, like Kevin from Tuber Chat,
Oh, cool.
Rochelle, Jason, they all came out to dinner, and it was, we had a blast. And it's, it was like my political friends and my YouTube friends, and we were all intermixed, and chit chatting, and one of my political guys, he's the one that's the licensed butcher, and like they're homesteaders, but farmers, and so it's just it's a lot of fun.
It is.
And like there's people I wish that we did live close to.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wished all of us lived in the same state and we could just go from homestead to homestead, helping each other. And
So it's funny. I said, who was it? I forget who we were laughing and joking, and I said, it would be really funny if we lived in the same county, but
right?
everybody had like 100 acres,
Oh,
and
sweet.
could just like have roads interconnecting, and if you wanted to you know go to this person for coffee, and you wanted you needed help with something, well, you go over and talk to this person and pick their brain about this and that, and this person raises chickens, this person raises cows,
Yeah.
yeah, it would be amazing.
I think it would because we're all so close anyway, and most of us travel pretty good distances to see each other sometimes,
Well, the most I've been is down to Tin Killer there 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And now, unfortunately, it's probably once in a lifetime.
Aw,
Um, you know,
right?
I was blessed with a plane ticket to come down, and and again, our community, and you know Mike took the day off, and Mike and Terry went and picked me up at the airport to surprise everybody, and I went back and stayed at their place, and then went up with them, and it's just you got to, yes, like everybody says, you're the same person in online as what you are
Yeah.
in person, but no, you're not. There's emotion that you can only see
Yeah.
one on one.
And
That's it.
hugging. The
Yeah.
hug. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
God. The
Like
hug.
Tony and Ange. They
Oh, I know.
amazing folks. And I really wish we had more time that we could spend together, but there was just so many people that you were trying to get to interact with, and but maybe some other day. But I priced it this year because of Johnny and Christine taking it over, and
Yeah.
it's going to be about $3,000 plus. And
Oh.
I'm just can't afford that kind, especially with the cruise coming up. I
Oh.
just
Yeah.
can't do that. Like a plane ticket was over $2,000 US,
Yeah, I believe it.
and we're paying $1.50 per dollar on the exchange rate now. So yeah,
Forgot all the questions.
absolutely, Tony. A meetup is the best,
It is.
and that's what we're gonna do with the conference that I'm doing. Is Remy is probably the farthest person east that's coming, and he's about 13 hours away. Tracy, uh, he's going to come up out of New York State,
Oh, wow.
and I have people coming from Toronto, all around Ontario. And after we're done with the whole conference and the displays and the vendors, they're all going to go home, and then the YouTube family's going to stay and have like a spaghetti dinner and fellowship, and probably go live, and just be a lot of fun.
That is fun. Tony and Angie don't live too far from me. Matter
Oh
of fact,
really?
about 45 miles, I'm estimating, but it's really not that far because I live in Guthrie. You can just go up I-35 and go in.
Okay.
Because Tony's actually been to my mom's house. My mom doesn't live too far from him, and so they are really close. I've
Okay.
not been to their place yet, but I'm going to invite them out here.
Yeah.
And definitely,
Oh,
we're not
Tony,
far
they have
from each
a
other.
beautiful home. Beautiful home.
Just from what I've seen, yeah, we've got to talk. We talk quite a bit on the phone. So that's the awesome thing about the friendship. I would have never met them had we not had the channel and gone to the meetups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I met them. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think how long ago. It was a long time ago that I got to meet them first, and then I didn't realize how close they were to me.
Okay.
And that I was like, wow, I'm gonna have them over.
Mm-hmm. Well, like Tony said, they're going to do 4 meetups plus the cruise this year.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
like, pack the trailer, Ange. We're going for a drive.
Tony, you're lucky. Tom doesn't do the YouTube, and he just doesn't. He won't get on, and I've got him in a couple videos, but he just
Debbie just wants nothing to do with it.
right.
And she interacts with the public at the hospital all day. She wants to come home and have downtime,
Yeah.
and I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
And
It's just
you hear these people who are trying to force their loved ones to do it, and I'm like,
why?
that's not gonna end well.
No.
Like,
No, I push him. I asked him a few times, and then no, and I asked him to go to the meetup because a bunch of people wanted to meet him, and he goes, no. But I think here's my plan, and I'm kind of sneaky about this, and luckily he doesn't watch YouTube that often, so he won't hear this. But I'm gonna invite like maybe Tony and Angie out, maybe get Christina and Johnny here, because I
yeah,
think Tom would connect with Johnny because they're kind of like the same personality, and that would get him in the door. I think just the idea of just going and meeting people he doesn't know and just comfortable would be the thing that, but if I invited him out here and they were here and got to know him, then he might go, I might can come,
yeah,
because at first he wouldn't go do stuff with me. And then he got to where a few of my friends are now his friends. And then he did go with me to California to see my ex-husband, second ex-wife. Her and I have been best friends for 35 years. And I know we flew out there and we stayed with them in Marina Del Rey on their yacht for a few days. And then we went to Palm Springs for 2 days. And then Tom and I flew up to go to the Heirloom Expo. Since I grow for the roughwood, so I go to the expo every now and then, but he actually went on that trip. The second time I had to go by myself because he could not go, and that was in 2019. He was working there, and then he could not get off during that time that doing the expo. But so I got him out of the box and visiting people and go do stuff with now. But it took meeting them, and that's all she wrote.
And it's, I'd say, using the old Mississippi line, north meetups really aren't a thing. You have the odd one like Jan does hers, and the one in Kentucky that Jesse and them normally go to, but that's it. Like Pennsylvania, New York State, like even Canada. there's a lot of YouTube channels, and there's large YouTube channels
Yeah. Like your
that are
friend
Canadian.
cat.
Yeah,
Kevin.
well, that's it, you know. But you look at, like, yes, Kevin and I, you know, Rochelle likes to get along, but again, she's of the same thing as what you and I are. Her husband wants nothing to do with YouTube. He is a total introvert, and I, she just doesn't even bring it up because she knows what
Yeah.
the answer is.
Yeah.
Because I said, why don't you bring Randy along? There isn't going to be a whole lot of people. You know, it's not like we're all YouTubers. You know, God only knows where the conversation will go with
Right.
with the folks that'll be there. But nope, wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So Rochelle came along.
Well, I even got Tom, like Shannon. I've talked to Shannon so many times. Journey along with Shannon.
Yep,
I
yep,
love her. Um, so he's heard me talking on the phone with her because most of the time I'm on speaker because I'm multitasking and stuff. And he's like,
yep.
she's so sweet. And I'm like, yeah, I want her to come here and stay like on a weekend. And we were planning like a get together with as many people that could come, you know, like just here in the city and or Guthrie, because
Yeah,
got so many Oklahoma channels close, and that way, like Misha Lee could come up from Kansas, and then I could have them stay here. And Tom, you know, would have never said yes until he got to me, listen to me talk to them. Well, actually, Shannon,
mhm.
but like, oh my gosh, yeah. And I mean, that
Like
opened,
Debbie, and I shouldn't say that. I make Debbie out like, oh, I don't want to talk to nobody.
right.
That's not it. You know,
I
like whenever we went to New Orleans and we were going cruising, and Jesse and Lisa and Danny and Terry met us there, and the six of us had a wonderful 4 days before our cruise. We had a blast. She was on YouTube. If you go back, you know, Jesse's Jesse's videos, she was on those. She's on Danny. She's on mine.
oh,
You know, it's not like she's a huge no. We did a little collab with Mike, whenever the those nasty tasting jelly beans.
yeah.
Well, there was myself, Mike, I forget who else. There was three or four of us that were challenged to do it. So on our live, we said, what the heck? Why don't we'll do it live. Well, you know, she participated in that, and you know, it's just, yeah, she just, her time off is her time off. And
Yeah.
I you know, in healthcare right now,
Oh,
they need the time off for their mental health,
yeah. No,
because you
I
know what they're put through on a daily basis
it's
is,
stressful.
yeah,
It's super
and
stressful.
absolutely, absolutely.
I'm kind of
And
glad in a way I didn't get to finish my nursing degree because I look at it now and it's just so stressful that there's
mm,
no way I could stand it. I mean, I'd be needing to go to Palm Springs for a week after one shift, you know,
mhm.
just to decompress. It's horrible.
It, you know, 9 times out of 10 you're working short.
Yeah.
um you know, with all these different illnesses that are coming out, well,
Mm-hmm.
you've got the paramedics, the ER nurse, doctor, and then you have Debbie. She's right in the first line. So, you know,
Yeah, she
they
gets the brunt.
that's it. They get the brunt of it. Up here, nurses during the big C, they I think it was $10,000 or $15,000 they were given as a, you know, supplement for being front line during the pandemic,
Wow.
except for X-ray technologists were not given it. But yet nurses that aren't even on the front line who work from home got it. But Debbie and them being X-ray and being inches away from their face, you know, got nothing. Didn't even get a thank you, let alone any compensation whatsoever.
That's so wrong. It's
Oh
all
yeah.
everything is so messed up. Everything's like everything that should be right is wrong. Everything that's wrong is right.
Yeah.
And it's just chaos. I'm so glad I'm out here. I hardly ever go anywhere. I mean, I
Oh,
hardly ever go anywhere.
if I didn't have to leave the house, I wouldn't.
I know. I'm
Like,
becoming a farm recluse.
absolutely. Like I would be able to raise any type of food I wanted, you know. Yeah, we've only got an acre here at the house, but the farm is less than 3 miles away,
Nice.
you know. And yeah, but this summer we're gonna have to, I either gotta buy eggs, I've got to decide to raise chickens here because the farm, they've decided we're they had to make a choice 6 months ago. Do we get back into, you know, order a new crop of girls, or what do we want to do here? And they want to travel this summer, and I can't do it all. You know, like I can't be going over to the farm every day watering and whatever, and they're going to be gone. So you just can't be on one person's back.
Right.
So the
Here.
the girls are gone. Well, they're going to be gone. They're going to be stew.
Aw. I did.
Well, they're the age though that they're going to be very. They're within probably 8 months of running out of eggs. So, you know, they I wouldn't eat them as like chicken. But they'd be okay in like stews or even broth,
Yeah.
you know, boiling off broth, you know, making a whole bunch of chicken broth and stuff like that.
Yeah. That would be.
Because
That would.
I'm all out of my chicken broth that I had made the last time. So yeah.
Yeah, I
Hey
lost
Jeff,
chickens this morning.
what's
Uh,
that?
I lost one of my chickens. So,
Oh no.
well, I noticed. So I have a bunch of chickens, and they were running around stuff. But some of them won't come out of the coop. When it's cold.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And so there was a few that they're kind of smaller, and would hang out. And last summer I had some bullying, so I had to separate them because they were beating up on each other and they had wounds, so I had to take them out. And then I
Hmm.
reacted, got them all back in. Well, I guess they were picking on this one, and I noticed that she was just kind of hanging out, and just wasn't active. And I went and picked her up, and she was pretty skinny,
Huh.
like letting her eat. And so I put some food in front of her, and the other chickens come and ran and grabbed it, and she kind
Yeah.
of just came down. And I said, "Oh, here's the pecking order. So
Exactly.
I out, but it too late. She just didn't recover. I guess they're finicky that way. Even though I
Oh
tried,
yeah.
I had her in the garage because it's heated.
Yeah.
I had her in a crate thing, and I was giving her mealworms, all kinds of stuff, and she was eating and drinking, but she just didn't recover from it. And I went, oh my gosh, I hate.
It was too late. Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm like going out there like inspecting the chickens now, like
Oh
picking,
yeah.
the little ones. Like, are you getting enough to eat?
Well, and that you gotta watch because, now there is, depending on your chickens and whatever, 9 times out of 10,
Mm-hmm.
they'll get along. But there is, I don't know if you've got a rooster,
Yeah.
and then if you have a mean head of the flock, there's no problem. She would start taking out the other hens to prove that she's the boss. So you may have to call the head to save the rest of your flock. I've seen that before too.
I hope not. So far, they all pretty much get along.
Okay, well, maybe it was just the one that she wasn't
Yeah.
doing well. There might have been something wrong with her,
That could be too, but I noticed she just was not fluffy like the other ones, and she was a little bit skinny, and I was like, yeah, they're not letting her eat, so she was just not getting it, but so
It,
far the rest of them look great.
yeah, and it very well could have been that she might not have. How old are they? Was there a chance that she was running out of eggs? Because soon as they stop laying eggs, they die. There's
Oh, they're not that old. I
okay.
think is this my second year?
Oh
Yeah,
God, no. Okay, yeah, no. That wouldn't be it then.
yeah, because
Well, so
I think this is my second.
okay,
And into the third. I'll have to look at the receipts of when I purchased them because we have to keep records for the farm. I can look.
yeah.
And I guess I need to keep track of that because I'm new to the chickens,
Yeah.
It's all new to me.
Well, I'm just gonna post, and my sister, she'll come up and she'll tell you about chickens.
Linda, is she in here?
Yeah. Glenda just came in.
Okay, because I can't see the chat, so I have no
Oh
idea.
yeah, no,
And-
she's super late. So they were out and about.
well,
Working on the laundry room.
ooh, that's
So
for now.
oh, look at. Geez, she's quick.
Yeah, that's right.
You're
And I'm
talking about
rocking my
chickens?
chicken shirt.
Get out of the way.
Chickens. Hey, Wendy. I see you got yours too. Hey, I can't stay too long because I'm on a lunch break. We're working on our laundry room, refreshing it. So I heard you asking about your chickens laying eggs, and they're not doing that. Is that correct?
No. She was just
No,
saying one of her.
one of my girls she died. They wouldn't let her eat, and she got real skinny.
Oh, there's a bazillion reasons why that can happen. I mean, she could have been sick. She could have had a heart attack. She could have had anything, and they just. How old is she? Yeah, Sir Grace is saying, how old was she?
A little over 2 years, maybe.
Yeah, anything could have happened, and it's probably at no fault. If it keeps happening, then it might be worth it to have a necropsy done. But at this point in the game, I would just say it probably is just natural causes. Something happened, and I tell people all the time, they have heart attacks and they drop dead. You know what I mean? It's kind of
Yeah.
what
They're
happened.
just like humans.
Yeah.
There's
They
some
are.
unexplained situations.
Yeah.
Well,
But if
she's
you
the one
keep,
that got bullied real bad.
say that one more time.
I said like humans, but they give us breakfast.
But they give us, yeah, they're the ones that gives us breakfast.
Amen, brother.
Except for right now, mine are still.
Oh,
not-
they're still not feeding you?
no, and a lot of it has to do with our weather. I'm not too concerned because chickens will start laying again when they get plenty of sunlight, and we've not had the best of weather. It has nothing. I mean, like I've got
I
girls.
told you what to do.
No, they're also no. They're also our pets. So
Right.
no, I'm not going to do anything. They've got a home until they die,
Yeah.
naturally.
But
Yeah.
she was telling me that she wasn't getting anything. I said,
I'm
just
not.
take out a pot of chicken stew and
Oh.
show them you're next.
No.
Start giving us some eggs.
No,
See,
I ain't doing that.
yeah.
I ain't doing that. They bring us joy, and they are dual purpose. They give us breakfast and they bring us joy. So they're
Absolutely.
good. I even have one that's disabled, and I have one with a traumatic brain injury, and I didn't put Sir Grace down, so I'm not going to put any of my chickens down.
Well,
Right.
But they
yeah.
still eat, drinking. Yeah. Now, if Sir Grace stops eating, drinking, going to the bathroom, then we'll have that conversation. But no, just teasing.
Right.
Chickens are fine.
Sir
No.
Grace, you gotta keep sleeping with that one eye open, brother.
Make sure you eat good.
He's laughing.
If I can sleep.
If he can sleep.
Yeah.
Better watch out. But yeah, no, I'm not too worried about them coming back online. I did not put lights in their coop. If you want egg production through the winter, you put lights in the coop. But for me, I'm like, listen, I'm asking them to lay eggs every single day. You need a break. Girl to girl, you need a break.
Right?
You know?
Let me show you. I sold 4 dozen yesterday. I don't have lights in my coop. I have 3 dozen right here ready to go.
My goodness.
I got some right there.
Oh,
Ask
And
her how much she's getting per dozen.
yeah,
what is the rate?
$5.
$10 a dozen.
But it's worth it.
Yeah,
It's
Well,
worth
it is the way I feed them. So the lady that came yesterday, she was giving me $8 a dozen and getting 8 dozen. She got 4 yesterday and she gave me 40. And because of the way I feed them. Now,
Yes.
your local people know how I am about my farming practices
Absolutely.
and the way I do everything out here. My chickens don't get commercial feed, so they're getting food. And so she's like, and she's come out here and I've showed her how I do everything. She goes, I already trust you. I know you're psychotic when it comes to, I mean,
In a good
that's-
way. In a good way.
that's about pure food, you know?
Right.
and-
Right.
So,
Well,
she
you
made-
control the food, you control the environment, and
Yeah.
anytime you can raise chickens, you're doing much better than certain industry. So you know what I mean.
yeah.
They're taken well care of.
Ask her what she does every morning, Glenda.
Okay, what do you do every morning?
Oh my God. So I have a food grade bucket I keep in the kitchen. And so I fix crock pot full of lentils, green split peas. I cook them oatmeal with cinnamon.
Oh yeah, all good.
Good stuff.
And then I take the oatmeal out and dump it in the bowl. And it's a little dome and they go after it and they eat it all. And then I put nutritional yeast, some thyme, just different
Yeah.
in their food, and I just go dump it on the ground and they just go nuts.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, so they're getting good nutrition is what they're getting.
They're getting really good nutrition, plus they get Milo, which is non-GMO.
Yeah.
They get black sunflower seeds. They do get crimped oats, dried.
Yeah.
I am going to be raising mealworms. My friend bought me the
That's
worms
cool.
to
Yeah.
raise them in, and so she's feeding them right now. And then I give them. I found a non-GMO feed
Okay.
that at Atwoods, and it has like the winter peas, the
Oh,
milo, the black sunflower seeds, I believe the oats, but
Okay.
it's all non-GMO. So I will put that in their coop in the buckets that they can just get into.
Mhm.
And so they're getting all that. And that's
Yeah.
all
Oh,
I
I think
do.
that's wonderful. Now I do use the
thanks,
commercial
Cora.
food, and I'm okay with that. But I supplement mine with seaweed,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
flaxseed oil, I give them a probiotic prebiotic. It's just what I buy from another chicken keeper. So I give my girls that, and I think anytime. I mean, sounds like you're doing wonderful. Honestly, I
thank you.
we all do things maybe a little bit different.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you, happy, healthy flocks are some of the prettiest ones too. And they're some of the most
Mm.
grateful, and
yeah.
they give us beautiful eggs, those orange yolks,
No,
and then I guess maybe I'm a little bit crazy too, Wendy. So I make my girls nesting box herbs from all of the herbs that are around my property to include
nice.
roses and lavender. And I won't buy the commercial stuff because I don't. What? I'm
No.
sorry, I didn't see.
Good
You're
Lord,
like,
that's
okay, do
almost
it
the
again.
size of a turkey
Let me
egg.
see. Sorry. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that looks like a yoker.
And I haven't had a double yolk in a long time. I've got some Buff Orpingtons that lay the big eggs.
Yeah.
I got Easter eggers and um, Barred Rocks, and then Plymouth Blue Rocks or
I
Blue.
have a Plymouth White rock.
Oh,
I don't have the
cool.
blue, but I have the Plymouth White. She's the one who had the brain injury.
Oh,
Um, she she's Sir Grace's bird. So she a few years ago, and I know this is controversial, but she was walking backwards, and I just kind of kept watching her. I mean, she could walk forward, but it was weird how she was walking backwards, and she'd do this with her head, and it was just really odd. And I kept asking other people in the homestead community, what do you think this is? And all I kept getting told was, put her in freezer camp, put her in freezer camp. And quite
oh,
frankly, I'm not about that. So I found a poultry veterinarian and that specializes in birds, went to school for it. And I took her to him, and he just did a basic neurological test on her and was kind of feeling like the way she was gripping on, on the hands, and was watching her walk. And he said, she's been pecked on pretty hard on her head. And so he recommended giving her all the good stuff, the seaweed and all that, and just isolate her and give her some time. And she's made a full recovery. She still lays beautiful brown eggs. But when she's stressed or she's molting, she still does it. But she's the reason why Sir Grace got into chickens. She really like changed his mind, I should say, because the chicken thing was not his. He's like, I'll support you. I'll help you build the coop. I'm here for that stuff. But otherwise, the chickens are yours to deal with. And now
right.
he enjoys going out there and feeding them, and he'll go mini 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 mini, and she'll just
Yeah.
come up to him, and she chose him as
Oh,
her human. And whenever he's outside, she'll follow him around. It's quite nice. And then now he has another chicken, that he named. So yeah, and she follows him around too. No, so, oh, she don't follow. Okay, she don't follow. But anyhow, I think sometimes we need to take pause when we give advice about putting an animal down, unless it's in dire need. You know,
Yeah.
because sometimes just kind of investigating what the issue is, because there may be a greater purpose that comes out of it too.
right. Like
You know.
I
So,
was chickens, and I had that one with the wryneck, and I didn't know.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that? I lost. I called her Sweet Pea. She was my favorite, but when I
Yeah.
moved the girls, they trampled her. She fell to the ground, and she just started doing her neck and shaking. And I pulled her out of the flock brought her inside the house and
Yeah.
to take care of her, and she just didn't make it. She just wouldn't eat. She wouldn't recover. And
And I,
then Broke Cowgirl Homestead said, well, she has Rhineck. You can treat that. And it
with
was already
selenium. Yeah.
late. I know. So, see, learning from other people on this platform, so if
Yeah.
I get another one, then I know what to do.
Absolutely. I mean, be of encouragement to each other, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what
We
I
talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've been working on the laundry room. I haven't had you on, but I think, you know, we need to be more encouraging and patient. Of course, if an animal is actively in distress and, you know, looks definitely not going to make it, of course, put the animal, you know, take care of. But if we can find ways to help them, I think that's the best way around.
Well,
Yeah.
you look at Mimi. What it cost you for to that one neurological visit? It wasn't a whole lot of money.
No, and it was just basic testing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he really just examined her. No, like, no labs, no, you know what I mean? I did do x-rays. He picked up on it. And he just, by looking in her eyes and looking at how she was, you know, like grabbing on and then just watching how she was walking. It's just a basic exam
Mhm.
that, I mean, I would have done over and over again. But I have lost birds too. I had one that passed of sauerkraut, and that is a 50-50 shot if they can come out of that. Um,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Is
yeah,
that bad?
yeah. Her crop was impacted pretty bad, and so I went ahead and I gave her some natural herbs and things and tried the natural route, and she just passed.
Oh my God.
And then I had another one that was disabled that we had in the house for a while, and she was. We found out later that she had congenital seizures. So it was going to kill her. So we went ahead and put her down and put her out of her pain. That's why I say, I mean, if you got to put them down, you got to put them down. So we did
Right.
have her put down. And then I had a chick born in the coop, and one of my mama birds took care of her. So I just, it probably had something, wrong. Everybody said, mama hens know
They
if they're
do.
going to survive, and they let nature do its thing. And so we let nature do its thing. And,
Yeah.
it's part of taking care of animals in general.
Well,
You
I have
But
one with sauerkraut, and I have to take her and squeeze her and put her upside down,
Yep.
make her. But here's the
I've
thing:
tried that.
she has a crop that hangs down like a lady without a bra with big
Right.
boobs.
Right. Right. She's
eh,
past menopause.
So it hangs down, but she won't let me. I can't get her to throw up anymore. But she's been that way for over a year now, so she's surviving with it. And my husband's like, she's not going to make it. And I said, oh yes she is. And sure enough, she's she's one of the tough ones. She's just a girl that likes to eat, and you can't,
Yes.
because I've
Yes.
separated her, and they say withhold the food to give her apple cider vinegar and all that. I
Yeah.
kept her separate for like 24 hours, and I
Yeah.
felt mean because she was mad,
Right.
but she would drink, and it just never did work with her. And so she's still fine. I need to do a video. It's freaking hilarious,
That's
but
yeah.
You'll have to. That'd be funny. Well,
I know.
And
I think it's just, it's a road. We learn so much about life in general from these critters, and you got to be able to laugh and have a good time too with them.
well, and you can normally tell if they're in distress.
Oh, for sure.
And
Yeah.
obviously you never want to see I'm sorry, but yeah, big old roar, but
Yeah.
I don't want to see, even a tiny little critter in distress,
No,
No, no.
you
I'm
know?
too soft for that. I'm
Yeah.
probably one of the softest people. I will pick up frogs and everything.
Yeah.
I've got like 3 or 4 frogs that are running around in that greenhouse. I put in there a lizard.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
good
gonna have to go.
ecosystem. I mean, there's benefits from, you know,
Keeping away from the chicken.
yeah, keep away from the chickens because chickens are
Right.
carnivores.
Well, I know. I put chips in
So
there.
are dogs.
Run. What are?
Dogs. So
No.
Dog. Okay. I put you.
whenever Kyle was like, oh my God, like I'm talking 3, 4, found a frog outside. And he came over to show mom and dad, look at my frog. His name is George. Well, the dog went chomp.
Yum, yum.
Yum yum. Yeah.
George was no more.
Don't have to fry up the legs. I'll eat it.
Yeah. Well, I've seen my chickens swallow mice like whole, you know,
Oh
and
yeah, no,
Ah,
yeah,
chickens
chickens.
love mice.
Yeah, and voles. Oh my gosh. We live next to a cornfield. And if I have
wow.
big straw, all I have to do is just lift them up and then the mice run everywhere and the voles, you know, pop out. And my chickens are in heaven. It's just,
Oh, of course.
they're like,
It's a
woohoo.
treat. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
treat for them.
And it's running and we can chase it and then we'll take it out. Yeah.
And we'll chase each other for it.
Yeah. And then chase each
Yeah.
other for it. Whoever's got it. It's funny. But yeah, that's
It's funny.
life. But well, I can't stay on. I've got lunch here and I have to get back to
Okay.
work. I'm got you in the background, Scott. I'm listening. It was
Oh
fun.
yeah. Well,
But-
like I was saying to Wendy earlier, you know, she wants to know about herbs and chickens and whatever. Shoot you a line because
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
you're
Thinking of
starting to
it.
play with your herbs and chickens and
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And I think, I mean, I grow this stuff all the time anyhow for us. So I always make batches for my chickens too. I mean, it's not anything different. And I have a freeze dryer. Oh, real quick.
Yeah, I
So
do.
I will go out, I'll collect herbs, and if they have, I don't wash my herbs or anything down, not even just give it a rinse when it comes to my chickens. So if there's bugs on it, I'll throw the whole thing in the freeze dryer because I clean my freeze dryer. It's no big deal. My
oh,
girls are getting a little protein too with it. Let me tell you, they love that too.
Wrong
It's
with that. I throw bugs in there too. I was thinking about freeze drying all these darkling beetles that come out,
yeah, yeah,
not?
yeah. Why not? I don't see
Just don't
anything
mess with
freeze.
stink bugs.
Yeah, don't get stink bugs because that might
no.
not be in the house.
Ooh.
Yeah,
God,
not
no.
good in the house. But yeah, no, I mean, my girls love it. And I mean, oh, and just the aroma. I've gotten commercial box herbs, but just to have my own, oh, it is the most delightful scent and it makes the coop smell good too.
Yeah. I was telling him, Scott, earlier how picky I am about the coop, I'm constantly cleaning it. Now, I'll tell you, when my mother-in-law got sick and I was cleaning the coop and so I was still on top of cleaning the coop, but I threw all the poop right outside the door and it became a mountain.
Mm.
It's freezing and all that. Well, they said this rain was coming. So I told Tom, I said, I got to tackle that. Well, I had to tackle it 2 days ago. And he come home and started helping me shovel the poop out of there. And then we threw down the wood chips. But I'm so picky about the inside of the coop being
Yes.
totally.
It's important. Yeah. Healthy environment.
Yeah.
I don't use the pine shavings for me, partly due to the fact that I'm highly allergic to it. So the other part is I use sand method with mine.
I
And
wish
And that helps with sauerkraut.
well, yeah, because they
They-
a little bit and then they'll duff bathe in it. But it's like scooping up kitty litter. Think of it like that's how I clean it. And it takes me 30 seconds every day because I have a poop board. So most of the poop is hitting that poop board. It takes me 30 seconds to clean that coop out. And then anything that falls, I just take my little kitty litter scooper and I just scoop it up and get rid of it. And then
that.
once a year I do a major clean out and I do give my girls commercial feed. So I keep all of my feed bags and then I'll cut them open and I line the inside of my coop. So once a year I completely take down my walls, so to speak, and I'll put new feed bags up, and it
Well, this
keeps.
year's gonna be.
And then yeah, we're getting ready to do something a little different, but and then I hang herbs in there for the girls and new roosting boards. I mean, it all gets refreshed. But this year we're going to be doing a major renovation because we built everything during 2020, during the shutdown, and we used what materials we had access to then. And things are starting to fail on us, so we're getting ready to do a complete
I
overhaul
was gonna say it's more than
on
3 years
it.
old.
We
So.
just did
Yeah.
our again. Like I redid it because he had the little nesting boxes on the floor, and I said I can't get underneath there.
Yeah.
That so we pulled them out, and then we got one put up, and then I didn't like the roosting things he did. I said you're gonna have to build it stronger and do it in the middle because it'll be easier for me to clean up. And so he.
Mhm.
But I've been using the hemp shavings, the hemp, because
That's
it
supposed to be really good too. Yeah, very good.
much better.
Low dust, I think.
Yeah,
Is-
a lot less dust. Like hardly.
Mhm.
That's something I was really picky about because I knew that that would bother them. And then
Mhm.
I got my pet rabbits in there as well.
Yeah,
They're in their own area, but
sure.
so yeah, they're too dusty, and I use them for the rabbits, but I'm switching over to the hemp for everything now. I
Well, that
want to get rid of that.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, because pine shavings and Glenda don't mix. I mean, I have some just in case, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
keep it, but oh my gosh, it bothers my breathing. There's something with it that I'm just
Huh.
can't. Mm-mm.
Yes, it
I'm
does.
allergic. I'm allergic to a lot of really weird things. And then,
Eggs, but you still eat 'em.
yeah, I'm allergic to the chickens too. I mean, I'm allergic to eggs, and I love them. I absolutely love my chickens and I love my eggs, and I'm like, you know what? That is what it is. But, and I'm not giving up because I like eggs. I don't care, you know. And I didn't know I was allergic because I never had any symptoms, but I had some tests done, and that was one of the things that popped up. I'm like, huh, like, well, the girls aren't going anywhere and I love their eggs. So,
You know what's weird is I can't do meats or dairies or any gluten, all kinds of stuff, but I can eat
yeah,
my own eggs.
that's
I
because you're controlling exactly what they're eating, and
in
they're
it.
eating
Mm.
healthy.
They're
That's
not eating the crap that I can't eat.
exactly.
I feed them, so
And again, that's why I think, you know, having your own home chickens, you control everything,
yeah.
and you make it much more healthier for yourself and high quality, and
How
you can't
about
get this anywhere else.
Yeah.
It
so you're
really super
you're
rewarding.
gonna have to go back and see Bella. We're dog sitting.
Oh, I will.
Another doodle. She was warming my feet.
Oh,
She doesn't
Warmer.
really like men, just because the girl who my daughter's dog sitting for, her ex-husband wasn't nice to her,
oh, okay. Yep.
Oh,
but
Yep.
she's
sure.
like with Colin, she seems okay.
Aw. Well, she
She's
knows. She's smart. She knows who's good
yeah,
people.
yeah, like she's not sure whenever like I got up this morning and I had a cap on. Well, last night I didn't. So she
Oh,
wasn't too sure this morning, and you know, until I started to talk to her, and then it was like, "Oh,
I
you
know.
sound familiar. Let me come over and I'll see." Yeah. So,
she knows. She knows who good people are. I
yeah.
mean, dogs are super smart like that. I had one that, I mean, I trusted her. I mean, her judgment was spot on, and I knew who was good and who was not.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
dogs are super, super smart.
Mhm.
So, well, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna keep you on in the
Yes. Well, I'm
background.
going to get off too because it's coming around 2 o'clock, and
All right.
Yeah.
you
I was
know,
supposed to go live.
well,
Uh,
I've got Reverend Dream, I think, goes live here shortly too.
Oh, does he? Okay. I just need to work on some watch hours. So even if I
Oh,
just
well, yeah, I wasn't even okay. So next Thursday, you got to come up, but make sure that you co-stream. Goodness.
Yes.
I don't know how to do all that. I'm like tech stupid. I'm gray, you know?
Oh well,
You
we'll
got you got
next
this. It's
Thursday
really easy.
we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you know, oh yeah, no, Glenda does it. You normally whenever she's going to be up for any sort of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't do it
Yeah,
today, but yeah, it's
yeah,
real easy. I think if I'm not mistaken, I can tell you as soon as I'll stay on after the live and I'll tell you real quick how to do it.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, and so Karma has the premiere in an hour. So let's go and show Karma some love, and then we'll go over and see Reverend Dream.
Yep.
And
Sounds
then we got Johnny and Christine
I
at
know.
5 Central, 6 Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get into that whole thing tonight, and you finish off your night with Bland's Promised Land Ranch. You come on over there and you make fun of Eric. That's the fun part. The only man that I know that buys a $1,000 drone and goes, "Look at my drone," and starts it up underneath a tree.
And you had one that crashed in a tree, one that crashed on.
Yep.
Yeah, well, and I said to him, I said, "Buddy, you did not get yourself a submarine. That's a drone. It stays above, not below."
Oh my God.
Different apparatus here.
Exactly. Anyways, guys, take care. See you later. And don't forget, I'm on tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Sounds
So
Sounds great.